Boom, and we're live. What's happening, beautiful people? How are you guys doing today? Do you know what the best thing about Switzerland is? I don't know either, but a flag is a big plus. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are. Let me know how you're doing in the comments box below, guys. And if you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, and support us in delivering more great content. Happy Tuesday, beautiful people. In the last few days, we saw the markets reacting to a cascade of news. We saw a lot of things happening. We saw the US dollar index dropping sharply to its lowest since 25th of February this year, guys. Gold futures rose finally above the $1,850 mark, and cryptocurrencies also took a big hit, leaving many traders exposed to potential losses. More about these topics in just a minute with my very, very special guest for today, Mr. Brad Alexander, CEO at FX Large. Coming up. Right, ladies, gentlemen, traders, as promised, Mr. Brad Alexander from Spain. How are you, Brad? Very good afternoon to you, sir.
I'm good, Andrew. Thanks for having me back. How are you?
I'm always good, always good. Let me mute and unmute the mic for half a second to avoid any echo that we might be having.
Okay.
Right. Okay, now the echo should be gone. How have you been, Brad? I'm good. I've recovered after the vaccine. I don't know if you know, I got vaccinated last week.
I saw the note on LinkedIn. Yeah, you're not the only one I see on LinkedIn who have had some problems. We've got a couple of friends who were fairly ill with it. I was very lucky. Didn't have any reaction. I did. It was very minor. Didn't last more than half an hour. So fingers crossed. And second vaccination first week of July. So let's see.
Well, I was lucky that I'm only getting one shot. I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Right.
It wasn't bad, to be honest. It's just like any other cold. Yeah, my body reacted to the virus that most probably was injected in me. So this was it, basically. I had a couple of rough days, but this was it. You know, a bit of fever, muscle pain, toothache here and there, but this was it, basically.
Yeah, I had the AstraZeneca because of my age group. I know anybody who's less than 60 in Spain can get the Pfizer. Not just giving away my age. They're saying it's totally safe for me. My wife's getting hers, I think, on Friday, her first one. As I said earlier, the Spanish have cut through all the bureaucracy and given all the foreigners vaccines, so that's good. I mean, my reaction was probably a mild headache that lasted 15 minutes and a bit of fatigue that lasted half an hour. And to be honest, if I hadn't had the vaccine, I wouldn't even have noticed the symptoms. So I sailed right through it. But I did have COVID earlier without even knowing that as well. So it's possible that these symptoms were diminished because of that. So who the heck knows?
Exactly. No, most probably that's the case. That's why you didn't have any severe side effects. Right. What's happening in Spain, Brad? Did Spain open its borders for the summer? How is the situation in your area?
Yeah. The tourism board have been talking quite heavily about getting people back in. I've in fact, literally just minutes ago, I was chatting with a friend of mine. She's with a group from Switzerland, and I just on Instagram. She said, "Where are you?" And she said, "We're in Tarif, Spain." Great. I'll go have a beer. And I just asked her now, literally now. Do you have to quarantine when you go back? And she said, "No." Switzerland has a list of countries that they're reviewing, and Spain is not on it. And doing a bit of research, and Spain is on some and off some. They've opened up travel for us. We can now travel between provinces, and I know friends who are going in and out of Gibraltar quite regularly. So that's not an issue. So Gibraltar is now a different kettle of fish now because of Brexit. So they'll search your car and make sure you're not carrying too many cigarettes or booze back. But other than that, it's all happening. But it's great to go around town and see bars and people outside drinking, restaurants are opening up. It's not back full yet, but it is very encouraging. We still have to wear masks, which to be honest, I'm happy about. Even though it's getting hot, it's 34 degrees the other day. Of course, you're in Cyprus, you know what the heat is like.
Oh yeah, it's the same.
But yeah, it's happening. So Spain is getting there. Case rates are coming down, and the vaccines are carrying on.
You know what the funny thing is about wearing a mask? I got so used to wearing my one, I feel awkward if I'm not wearing it.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, my wife is the most organized person in the world, and she has masks stashed everywhere in our cars or whatever. So if we leave the house and think, oh shoot, I forgot my mask, she'll say, hey, guess what? Here's one. I agree. But the other day, a couple of weeks ago, it got very humid, and I really noticed the mask was uncomfortable. But I'd rather do that than either spread it or catch it.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. Well, we are grown-ups, and this is the proof. We don't fight the system and the entire world. We just go on with it.
Some countries don't have grown-ups, apparently.
Yeah, many countries.
Go down that road.
Many countries don't have grown-ups. Now, on this topic, Brad, just when we thought that the worst is over, yesterday we saw that the new version of COVID-19, the one from India, was discovered in the UK. Do you think the UK moved a bit too fast in reopening its borders?
Personally, I don't think so, because there have been a few variants that have come in and out, and the scientists are saying that the vaccines will cover this, and that's the thing. We won't know. They won't know. Until the vaccines don't work. It's one of those things. Every time a variant pops up, you can't just shut down again. It'll have to do with case rates, hospital loads, and so forth. So I don't know, and I don't think anybody really does know until the full effects are felt of these new variants.
Because UK moved very slow in closing the borders, and then it reopened the borders, very, very easily as soon as a certain percentage of people got vaccinated. So let's see what that's gonna bring to UK. I'm afraid to even think
more credit to them if their vaccination program. So let's see what's going on. I know Spain is not on their green list yet, but Portugal is. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of UK people who are just dying to get out of the house, heading to Portugal now. But even then, a lot of people are saying they're not comfortable traveling yet. I've been on one flight since the pandemic, and you have to wear a mask the whole time, which is not great. But it takes a while to get through the airport. But let's see. I've got friends who are traveling on business now. And they were saying the same thing. Heathrow was deserted. Gatwick was deserted. They're just getting through because there's no one traveling. But and as I said to you earlier, we would have liked to have been in our conference in Dubai, the FX conference. I have other commitments, even then, and a lot of my friends and clients and so forth saying, I'm not going yet because I'm not comfortable traveling that far with the pandemic. So let's see.
Yeah, I skipped this one this year as well. I didn't go to the expo. Now, on the virus side of things, I'm even afraid to think what complications this could bring in the EU area. But let's hope everything is under control.
Well, that's it. We'll just have to see. We've talked many times already about the dodgy vaccination program and the bureaucry, which seems to be sorting itself out. I honestly don't know. I'm speaking out of ignorance. I think France is still in some form of lockdown.
Yes,
I need to check that before I say.
Yeah. France was in some form of lockdown. Something was going on in Germany as well. So France and Germany seem to be still affected in Europe the most. Right, let's move on to happier things now. What's your view of the markets this week, Brad? I've been broadcasting live since the European opening this morning. I saw the US dollar index reaching 3-month lows, soft commodities on the rise again, and the euro trading higher. What's your view on the markets this week?
Well, it's exactly that. We've been talking about a weaker dollar for some time now, even when it was rising. And you sort of know with everything that's going on in the States and the amount of money they're having to pump into the economy, in whether it's infrastructure or unemployment benefits, it's going to get weaker. And the bond yields popping up and down. I'll give you an example. As you know, I do videos every week. Monday I do fundamental, and Tuesday I do technical. And today was the first time I literally copied And it was an accident. I actually copied the same pairs, and it wasn't because I was being lazy. So I do my research fresh every morning.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the fundamental reasons that we talked about WTI and the dollar, dollar yen, and dollar Swiss, or the exact reason, or same situation with the technical. And after several years of doing these videos, that's really the first time that's happened. I think I threw an Aussie dollar for the mix. But one thing that really got my attention this morning that no one seems to be talking about. I was up early this morning to get my research, turned on Bloomberg as I do, and you wouldn't think this would be that important, but copper. The Chilean government is putting restrictions on copper mining, which could curtail or at least diminish the supply. Chile is the world's largest producer of copper. We always talk about Dr. Copper as the barometer for the global economy. And let's face it, we always talk about supply and demand. Well, copper is a demand story. It always has been. If people are making stuff, they need copper. It doesn't matter if they're building a building with electrical wires or making toys with little motors, they need copper. And the demand for copper pretty much tells us where what's happening in the world in terms of manufacturing. Well, now we've got a supply issue, whereas if the Chilean government get their way and copper supply is curtailed, then the price is going to go up. And I was looking at the charts this morning. It's actually dipped a little bit and come back the last couple of days, but I would be seriously watching that commodity, copper, and see what happens. I know the futures prices are getting higher. So keep an eye on that. Quickly moving on. Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
There is copper. Sorry to cut you off. There is copper on the screen. We're looking at copper making a U-turn, teacup shape, trying to correct, and it's currently trading at 475.20 on investing.com's charts. Is this the same copper, we're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Copper's copper. I mean, who knows when this price, you can see there's a bit of a gap from, that's a 60-minute chart. So there's a bit of a gap this morning. I noticed on some futures charts daily there were gaps as well. All I'm saying is if the Chilean government get their way, the largest supplier will be curtailed, which will drive prices up from Asian suppliers in Peru and so forth. So it's worth keeping an eye on.
Definitely. Now, let's...
the next thing obviously we're looking at is WTI. I mean, yesterday the fundamental news was about people, as you just talked about, the Brits and other countries opening up their borders, getting people in. So that obviously was a good thing for WTI. Technically, we broke through. We did break through and actually retreated an ascending triangle. We broke the resistance and it's come back. But I can see that. I just see good things for WTI and Brent. There was an analyst on, a hedge fund on Bloomberg this morning saying he sees it going to $90. Not Brent, WTI, going to $90 this year and higher next year. Nothing would surprise me, to be honest.
Is that plausible, though?
Again, it's supply and demand. One thing that I guess we don't talk about too much is so many countries as well. Obviously, the demand side is pretty clear. People start flying again and driving again and so forth. Then that's the demand for WTI. On the supply side, there's an important issue that people maybe are overlooking is that many governments around the world are making commitments to go green by 2025 or probably further down, 2030, 2040, and so forth. And they will have to be restricting a lot of things like drilling and fracking and so forth. So that again is going to affect supply over the next several years. So to answer your question, does that mean WTI is going to $90 this year? Some people seem to think so. I'm a bit skeptical. I think it's going to go up. I'm sort of thinking short term this year about 70 or 75. So.
Yeah, talking about crude oil WTI, boom. There is the chart with crude oil WTI. We can see it retracting a bit, bouncing basically from its highs at 66.70, somewhere there. We see a retest of that 50 MA to the downside at 65.89. But if you look at it on the bigger picture, crude oil WTI is ranging since the 30th of April.
Yes.
Almost 3 weeks now. And we can see these big swings and small swings happening. I'm curious, where is it going to go from here? Are we going to see a bounce from the 50 MA to the upside, breaking finally to the 66.70? Or is it going to continue the ranging market?
Personally, I think it's going to break. Whether that happens this week or not, I'm not sure. And again, we just need to watch the news and see what's going on. We have some global conflicts happening right now. We have, obviously the demand issue is still there. And every time we talk about a new variant, then the demand perspective shifts. So
I'm starting to think that's done on purpose, to be honest.
That sounds like a Bond film, an evil genius creating a...
Yeah, it's like someone doesn't want us to be normal this year or for the next couple of years. Anyway,
we all know there are lots of conspiracy theories out there, and I've heard people talking to me in restaurants about these things, and I just, where do you go with that?
You know what's funny? Because I do accept the conspiracy theory. I'm up to believing part of it. But without disrespect to anyone, when that comes from a waiter in a restaurant, when that comes from a chef in the restaurant, I mean, come on, man. If you would really predict these kind of things, you wouldn't be doing that job, right? You would be working at God knows where. Yeah, the White House or NASA or something, right? Without offending anyone.
I've heard many traders and hedge fund managers in New York say the same thing. When they're talking about a bubble, whether it's a housing bubble or Bitcoin or gold or whatever, and they say the same thing. When they hear the taxi drivers talking about it, then they know it's time to get out.
Yeah, exactly. This saying goes back a long time. Now, you mentioned crypto. So, a topic that I can't avoid even if I want to. What's your take on the latest stunt Elon Musk pulled on Bitcoin and Dogecoin and the entire crypto sphere?
Yeah, that was great. Elon has been up and down and so forth. The thing that I really couldn't get my head around was that he discovers that mining Bitcoin is not very green. Well, we've all known that for a very long time.
Exactly.
So I don't buy that. But I did find out this morning. Again, I can't corroborate this because it was sort of an internet thing. Is that somebody, at least one person, tried to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. And basically, the lag time on the transfer was so long, it just didn't work. Again, I'm saying this might be a rumor, but if that was the case, if you're a car manufacturer or you're in a shop on the high street selling blenders, and your company, or even online, and your company can't take payment for that particular product, that's never good. So if that's the case, then you can see him, sort of backing down on Bitcoin. But something else is more important, and I did find this online as well, just in theory. Let's say you bought a Tesla with Bitcoin last week, which was like over $50,000, or a blender, or a bicycle, doesn't matter. And then you find out this week, there's something wrong with the product. I need a refund. Well, the seller of that product is going to refund the money that he received, and suddenly he says to you, "I'm sorry, Andrew, but your refund is worth 20% less than it was last week." It's not his fault. It's not their fault.
Exactly.
So I know where you're going to go with this as well. Is this a real thing? And I think until it's a chicken and egg for me on Bitcoin. Until it becomes stable, it's not going to be a vehicle for transactions, and it won't become stable until it does become a vehicle for transactions. So it's a chicken and egg right now. Obviously, people are using it as a speculative investment. I've had students ask, I mentioned this before, what are the fundamentals on Bitcoin? I said, I don't know. What did Tyler Winklevoss have for breakfast this morning? It's a tricky one. Obviously, the fundamentals now are some of the stunts, like you say stunt, Elon Musk and so forth. I mean, totally off topic. I had good fun. It must have been 2 years ago. I shorted Tesla. Because Elon Musk got caught on television smoking a joint, and the price of Tesla did drop, and actually it was good fun. I was laughing, watching my short get better and better. But I made a fundamental mistake, and I tell students about this little mistake I made. I didn't close the trade on Friday. During that weekend, the board of Tesla appointed a new CEO, and of course it was too late. I couldn't close the trade. So I ended up hitting my stop loss on Monday morning. So that was good fun. I didn't lose much money on it. It was all laugh. But obviously the point of the story is that the world listens to Elon Musk, whether he's talking nonsense or whether he's completely on the ball. And you can't argue with what he's done with Tesla and SpaceX and so forth. So people will listen to Elon Musk. If he decides to sell his holdings, his Bitcoin wallet, then you're going to see a lot of unhappy investors who are long Bitcoin. Let's see.
Now, if that happens, am I right in saying that this was pure market manipulation? And I think many people are on my side.
This wouldn't be the first time Elon would be charged or accused of market manipulation. Remember, he sent out a tweet about his IPO, which I'm surprised there weren't any charges about that. That was a whopper. It was even more than this. Is it market manipulation? If it is, then it's to his disadvantage, because if he's holding Bitcoin, I've forgotten the number of Bitcoin he actually has, and he's telling the world that he's going to sell it, or he's not going to accept it, then his holding becomes less valuable. So it's actually the opposite of what you're thinking. So if I were holding on to an asset of any kind, the last thing I'd want to do is be telling the world that I've lost confidence in it.
Yeah, well, I personally think he sold it. Yeah, I personally think he kind of rushed into it a bit when he went public talking, and he dived a bit too deep into the crypto sphere. Because didn't you know 2 months ago that Bitcoin has an amazing mining cost, and it's not green energy friendly? Of course, we all knew that. I knew that, and I'm not Elon Musk. So, come on, do we really need Elon Musk? Where was Elon Musk 5 years ago when I had Bitcoin? Where was Elon Musk 7, 8, 9 years ago? He was nowhere to be seen. And all of a sudden, when apparently someone needs something out of Bitcoin, boom. Good day, everyone. My name is Elon Musk. I think this. Boom. Bitcoin shoots up to 80,000. 2 months later, I'm having second thoughts. Boom. Bitcoin drops to, some analysts were saying today, Bitcoin might retract to $30,000. And talking about that, hold on for a second. Let's have a look at the charts. Boom, there is Bitcoin, $43,600 as we speak. Since we started speaking, Bitcoin dropped $500. How cool is that?
Exactly. Well, that's what I was saying earlier. It's not going to be a vehicle for transactions until it calms down, and it won't calm down until it becomes a vehicle for transactions. So it's chicken and egg. I mean, I do forecasts for FX Street every Friday, and the last little while I've got Bitcoin right. I've been a Bitcoin bear. Since day one. I've been proven wrong many times, obviously. From when it jumps up so dramatically. There was again another hedge fund manager on Bloomberg this morning who was actually aggressive about, and I'll use his words, the uselessness of Bitcoin. And yet you've got some big banks who are selling Bitcoin ETFs to their clients. So it's one of those things. Just quickly on Tesla. I don't know if you saw the news this morning, but Michael Berry has put out a huge.
Yes, I wanted to mention that a second ago. That would have been my next question. You've read my mind.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead on here.
Yeah, we saw Michael Berry this morning stating that he opened a short position on Tesla, and the analysts estimated the value of the bet against Tesla at $530 million.
Apparently he's been short for some time. It's just now come to light because he's had to disclose his holdings. So he's got options on Tesla. I mean, I was, to be honest, I was a Tesla bear way back when, because there were so much debt, so many bond issuances, and I have to say I was proven wrong. Whether that's going to come back down again. The other thing that bothers me about Tesla is that every other, not that there's anything wrong with Tesla or Elon Musk as a guy who builds cars.
Yeah, of
course. So many other companies are now committing not just to making electric cars, but having their entire product line be electric by X year. And even Lamborghini this morning, I think it was Lamborghini, have said that they will have completely electric cars. Sorry, I forgot the year, but it wasn't that
2050, I think. 2050 is the year when Joe Biden, I think, wants U.S. to switch completely to electric vehicles.
Exactly. And that's going to affect obviously people like Tesla. It's going to affect WTI, as we just spoke about. So it's a matter of now that the world is in that situation, the way Tesla survives is to be competitive. So let's see.
And a couple of weeks ago, Tesla has a fatal crash in Texas. And last week or a few days ago, we saw a fatal crash in California. Yeah, for the same reason. Apparently, their autopilot doesn't really respond well when you just leave it alone. Tesla shares lost nearly 7% this quarter and are currently 35% off their peak. Do you think that Bitcoin move caused more harm than good for Tesla on the long run?
I think it's a PR problem more than anything. I mean, you just talk now about driverless cars. I personally don't get it. I'm happy to drive the car myself as part of the fun. I would not be comfortable getting into a driverless taxi going anywhere. That's just me.
I know what you mean. I'm the same.
Electric's different. I mean, electric. I think it's fantastic. I'd like to get an electric car at some point soon. But driverless vehicles, you can see it coming years ago. I mean, they're going to be, heaven forbid, teething problems, and sad for those people who have lost loved ones in these accidents.
Yeah.
So let's see. And there many companies are now looking at massive transport trucks barreling down the road with driverless. I mean, come on.
I saw that. Yeah, imagine 20 trucks, driving together, and there's no driver in any of them.
Yeah. And then you've got the hackers who are trying to hack into their systems. I see we're a long way off of the driverless car side of things. I'm not really sure it's necessary right now. Let's see.
Now, if they can be controlled like the drones, like if the driver sits home on his computer and has a joystick or a steering wheel and he has full control of the truck, then it makes sense. But if no one is in control of the truck, then Houston, we might have another problem.
Let's not go down that road.
Right. Brad, thank you ever so much for being with us today.
Pleasure as usual. I always enjoy it, Andrew.
And I'm looking forward to the next one, as usual.
Okay, just give me a call. All right.
Have a great day.
Great week.
Have a great week, you too, and I'll be in touch. Right, ladies, gentlemen, traders, we had Brad Alexander with us. Stay tuned. We're coming back live in just a second. What's happening, beautiful people? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Did you guys hear about the actor that went through the floorboard? He was just going through a stage. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, Europe, and welcome everyone to our new live stream. Let me know how you're doing, guys, in the comments box below. And if you like what you see, if you don't like what you see, like, share, subscribe, and support us in delivering more great content. It does help us a lot. So come on, guys, be supportive. Don't be haters. Right, let's see what's happening in the markets on this beautiful Tuesday, 18th of May, 2021. The US stock markets seem set to open higher today, with the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 up 0.3% pre-US markets open, and the Nasdaq outperforming both of them with a 0.8% gain before the opening bell. The European stock markets also outperformed today, with the German DAX hitting an all-time high as the country's constitutional court effectively drew a line under the attempts of Euro critics to stop the European Central Bank purchases of government bonds. The UK eased off the restrictions allowing restaurants and pubs to reopen, as well as the ban on non-essential international travel. Now, the reopening comes at a time when there are signs of a new Indian strain of COVID-19 spreading in the community in the UK, bringing again worries on the economic recovery and the health of the population. And finally, the last but not the least, guys, the crypto play of Elon Musk seems to be making investors short the Tesla stock, with Michael Burry, famous for his role in shorting mortgage-backed securities over 10 years ago at the market crash in 2008, has opened a short position on Tesla, according to regulatory filing by his hedge fund, Cyan Asset Management. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Analysts estimated the value of the bet against Tesla at around $530 million US, but this might deepen even more if more sellers will join Michael Burry. This is what's happening in the markets today, guys. chart analysis, and US markets open. Coming up.
Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right, we're going to start like every other day, checking out the economic calendar, guys. Few things happened in the economic calendar today, and you should know about it if you want to call yourself a proper trader. So let's see what happened today in the economic calendar. There we go. We started the day nice and early with announcements coming from the United Kingdom at 9 o'clock GMT plus 3. We had the average earnings index plus bonuses coming down to 4% versus an expectation of 4.5% from analysts. We had employment change coming out 84,000 versus an expectation of 50,000. And we had the unemployment rate dropping from the previous 4.9% to 4.8%, giving the pound a bit of a boost during the day. Now, the euro also had a few announcements at lunchtime. We had trade balance coming out 15.8 billion versus a previous of 23 billion. And we had the GDP, the gross domestic product, year over year and quarterly coming out as expected. No change was noted there. It's worth noting that the euro performed tremendously well as the pound throughout the European trading session today. Let's have a look at what happened after. At 3:30, guys, exactly 1 hour ago, we had the building permits coming out from the US, 0.3%, a bit better than the previous 1.7%, and the building permits for April came out in red, 1.760 million versus an expectation of 1.770 million. Housing starts for April as well came out in red at only 1.569 million versus an expectation of 1.710 million. This should have gave the US dollar a reason to drop even further. The USD JPY pair, the USD Cad, and the US dollar index, guys, dropped a lot today. We're going to get to the charts in just a minute and see what's going on. Now, at 7:30, which is in exactly 3 hours from now, we're going to have FOMC member Bostic holding a press conference. And then half an hour prior to midnight, we're going to have API weekly crude oil stock. This is what's happening in the economic calendar, guys. Now, let's have a quick look at some stocks, some very interesting stocks. We had Walmart, Home Depot, and Macy's all reporting markets open today. Walmart's stock rose 3.3% after the retail giant raised its full-year earnings forecast and beat estimates for same-store sales as additional stimulus resulted in boosted demand for apparel and electronics. Home Depot rose 2.1% after the U.S. home improvement retailer blew past quarterly same-store sales estimates as demand remained strong for its products, even as vaccinations opened up more traditional avenues for customers to spend their money, like pubs and bars. Probably this is what this article is trying to say. Macy's rose 6.5% after the retailer raised its forecast for annual sales and earnings, betting on pent-up demand as shoppers vaccinated for the COVID-19 return to stores. Tesla fell 1.2% after the family office run by Big Short investor Michael Berry disclosed a short position against the electric car maker worth more than $500 million. Okay, now what else has happened? We're looking at British Petroleum, guys, rising 1.3% after Barclays named the oil major as one of its top picks, saying the rise in oil prices should boost the stock even as the company pivots toward greener energy. Okay, so we have a few stocks to keep an eye on. Probably Tesla to the downside, Macy's, Home Depot, and Walmart to the upside. But we're going to get to the charts of the day in just a second, guys.
Discover how some of the top executives are trading their own companies with our Insider Trades tool. See who's been buying or selling stock and what their trades say about insider sentiment. Use this unique big data tool to make more informed stock trades. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right, and we're back as promised with crude oil WTI futures on a 60-minute chart, guys. We can see the performance crude oil had on the European trading session. It pushed higher, as well as the Asian trading session last night. $66.12 as we look at the charts right now. We see a retest of that 50 MA to the downside. There we go. And if we zoom out a bit, we understand that crude oil WTI started ranging on the 30th of April. Okay, and it didn't stop since. Good big swings for crude oil WTI ranging between 63.12. Okay, let's say 64 if we want to narrow it down. Yeah, and its highest point today was $67.08. Right, RSI pointing downwards, stochastic pointing downwards. Let's see what's going to happen. We might see crude oil WTI retesting the 200 MA to the downside at 65.16. But in the same time, it might take us by surprise with a breakout to the upside. We're looking at the euro versus the US dollar, guys. 122.17 for the euro this afternoon. Look at this amazing performance that the euro had in the last couple of trading sessions. Very, very good performance for the euro. The question now remains with the RSI and the stochastic trading at their highs. What's going to happen from here? Are we going to see a continuation of the trend, or we're going to see a retest of this very important support resistance level, okay, that was created around the 121.70 level, 121.74, or somewhere in that region. Now, usually how these breakouts work, guys, okay, after the breakout, you're going to see a retest of that support level. And then if everything goes as planned, you're going to see a rally of the market. This is what's expected from the euro. We're going to check some trading signals provided by investing.com in a couple of minutes from now and see what they think is going to happen. Meanwhile, we're going to look at the cable trading at 142.07, just like the euro. Amazing, amazing performance on overnight on the Asian trading session and on the European trading session today. Now, again, we can see a very important support resistance level around the 141.62. Okay, and apparently the candlesticks settled above that level. Again, the same question remains. What's going to happen from now? Are we going to see a rally of the pound and the euro to the upside on the back of a weaker dollar, or are we going to see a correction of the markets? Now, if we move on to USD JPY, we might get an indication from there. There is the USD JPY. I've been following USD JPY since this morning, and I've highlighted two potential areas where the USD might drop, okay, versus the Japanese yen. 108.91 as we speak. We can see the candlesticks struggling somewhere there in that region. A fight between buyers and sellers is most probably happening for the last couple of hours or so. But one thing is certain, if we're going to see it dropping, it's going to drop one level, and then the first point of interest will be 108.67, okay, and then 108.50, 108.52. Let's see, Aussie dollar, US dollar. The Aussie dollar, just like the euro and the pound, pushed higher on the Asian trading session. It pushed higher on the European trading session, trading at 0.7797 as things stand right now. We can see this gold cross being formed by the 50 and the 200 MA. Usually when this happens, we're going to see the asset trading higher. Now, this 200 MA acts as support for the price. So if we're going to see the Aussie dollar retesting that support level, don't be too worried, guys. Right, USD Cad, on the other hand, tried to trade below this level a couple of times today, trading as low as 120.13, but it did not manage to. We can see it trading at 120.36 right now, very, very shy. It doesn't have the power to drop. It doesn't have the power to retest the highs. Yeah, probably that 50 MA 120.74. Okay, we need the markets to allow us a bit more time to digest the US opening. And we're looking at the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones right now. Let me decrease to a 5-minute chart so we can see the opening better. 4,163.49 4,163.99 is the price. As we speak, we can see it opening higher but moving lower. Okay, in the last 10-15 minutes. So let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, keep an eye on this level. 4,157.70 is the level you want to keep an eye on in case this teacup shape doesn't materialize in a buying opportunity. The price is well supported by that 200 MA as you see on a 15-minute chart. On a 1-hour chart, we can see the price supported by that 50 MA. Let's see what's going to happen. A lot of gaps have been left throughout last week, guys. We can see a couple of gaps happening at the markets open on Monday. Let's see what's going to happen. Looking at the Dow Jones, the Dow Jones is playing it on the safe side, 34,336.48. Okay, very, very shy. Nothing is really happening right now. We saw a positive open, funny enough, followed by a red candlestick. Mind you, the trend remains healthy. Yeah, we can see again this teacup shape, okay, pointing to potential recovery, and yeah, it might resume the uptrend. But let's see, the market's only just opened. Let's have a quick look at the US dollar index, guys, and then we're going to look at Tesla and many other interesting assets. There's the US dollar index. It's basically acting as the USD Cad, trading below the $90 mark, 89.79 for the US dollar index this afternoon, with the RSI and the stochastic holding on the charts for dear life as we see right now. Gold futures encountered some resistance up there at 1,874, and we can see them retracting a bit after they pushed higher, okay, on the Asian trading session, and we saw them trying to push higher on the European trading session today as well. Meanwhile, we're looking at Tesla, guys, which opened. Let's have a quick look and see where Tesla opened. Right, Tesla opened somewhere there in that region. No, Tesla opened to the downside. Okay, that's the first candlestick. Yeah, so it closed the day in green yesterday. It opened to the downside today, opening at 564.36, and now it's pushing a bit higher. Seeing the price falling below the 200 moving average on a 5-minute chart. Okay, it's well below the 200 and the 50 MA on the hourly chart. Yeah, I'm very, very curious to see what's going to happen with Tesla. And Bitcoin, guys, everyone's favorite, is currently trading at $43,868.05. Yeah, we can see it glued literally to that 50 moving average, and every time it's reaching that 50 MA, it's pointing downwards. We can see the RSI not making it into the overbought levels, indicating a bit of a downtrend, and we can see stochastic turning around at the bottom, preparing to drop. If that's going to happen or not, we're going to see in the next few minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to look at Ethereum. There we go. Yeah, we saw that retest to the 50 MA from Ethereum as well. 3,396.76 for Ethereum. Okay, again with the RSI not making it into the overbought levels and stochastic turning around. This is what is happening with the markets today. Very good trading day, lovely people. I was checking out the charts the entire day throughout my live stream. And yes, by the way, talking about the live stream, we started streaming live every day from lunchtime GMT +3. So we're catching an hour after the US market, the European markets open. Okay, and we're gonna cut the stream at 1700 hours GMT +3, which is exactly 1 hour into the US trading session. Now let's move on and have a look at some trading signals, guys. What do you say? Are you ready? Right. Let's see what investing.com thinks about the markets today. We are already 20 minutes into the US markets open. We can see no notable changes. The euro is still stuck with a very shy buy position. Nothing is happening yet. We can see the pound with 2 strong buy indications and the daily remaining a strong buy. Looking at the USD JPY, we see the strong sell on 3 time frames and strong buy on a daily chart, and USD CHF for short indications. From investing.com, 4 strong sell indications on all 4 time frames. Euro GBP, strong sell all over the board. USD CAD, strong sell, guys. Therefore, the weakness in the US dollar. Okay, and Euro CHF once again. for strong sell. We have a subscriber. Thank you so much, Gamer Dave. Thank you, Gamer Dave. Okay, this is what is happening so far. European currency seems to be strengthening. The US dollar seems to be continuing the downtrend. We're moving on to commodities, guys. Let's see what's happening with gold and silver and crude oil WTI and Brent oil. There we go. I think it's pretty clear, pretty obvious. 4 strong buy indications for gold, 4 strong buy indications for silver, and buy and strong buy indications for copper as well. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to type your questions. If you're trading something and you don't know how it goes, let me know and I'll try and help. Crude oil WTI and Brent oil indicate strong sell 20 minutes into the US trading session, with the daily remaining a strong buy, but let's see how that goes. And natural gas seems set for more gains today, with 4 strong buy indications on all 4 time frames. Right. This is it from my side today, beautiful people. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to have the crude oil inventories announced in the afternoon. So whatever happens from now until tomorrow, when the crude oil inventories will be announced, might completely turn 180 degrees. Join me again tomorrow from lunchtime, guys, for a new streaming day. Let's take the pulse of the markets together, and I'll try and give you some trading signals throughout the day and help you a bit. This is it from my side. Remember to trade responsibly, and may all your trades be in